Hey everybody, this is John from our Hodgepodge Homestead. I want to tell everybody something about my hunting season this year, 2018 Michigan whitetail deer hunting. My hunting career started about 25 years ago maybe for whitetail. And I started out hunting on friend's property. I borrowed another friend's shotgun, wore my dad's old hunting clothes, and my first year I shot a buck. It wasn't a big buck, but it was my first buck, my first deer. I was hooked. From that point on, I always was a hunter. And I had to borrow a shotgun for a few years, and I had to borrow clothes for a few years. And then one year I sold some things and I was able to get my own shotgun, bought some hunting clothes, and hunted. Harvested some deer. Then I started having kids. I adopted some kids, and I had 3 boys that were all wanting to follow me out into the woods, and I brought them. They wanted to bow hunt, and I had just started to bow hunt. I worked out a deal with a friend of mine at work. I did some taxidermy work for him, and I got an old bow from him that he had hunted with for years. He had gotten a new one, and I killed a lot of deer with that bow. But I was focusing on getting my kids hunting and getting their gear, so I settled for that bow for a long time. And eventually I got another bow, another used bow from another taxidermy deal or whatever, you know, and it all worked out good. My kids harvested deer with their bows. We went on different hunts and harvested rams and things like that. And I had a great time hunting. And then progressively, I've gotten older. My shoulder's gotten kind of bad. My vision's gotten kind of bad. And I would pull my old bow back, and I'd struggle sometimes if I had to hold it for a while. It affected my accuracy. My vision affected my accuracy. And last year, the 2017 Michigan deer season, I didn't get a deer. I missed a lot of deer. Had plenty of opportunities. So this year, I was fortunate enough to have the ability with the wonderful spouse that let me get a new bow. I got a Crossbow. And you know, I had a lot of friends on Facebook and in my taxidermy association and from work tell me about, you know, their new bows that they got, where, you know, I just paid $1,300 for this Crossbow, and man, I can't wait to get out in the woods. They had to get a scope, and they had to get different things to make it the killing machine they wanted it to be, you know. And I still wasn't in a position to you know, afford $1,300 or know what I want to spend that much. So fortunately for me, Michael Waddell from Bone Collector puts out a Crossbow called the Killer Instinct, and Walmart sells it. They sold it to me for $347. I paid $34 for 3 broadheads, and I think I paid right around $30 for a bow case. So I'm into it for a little over $400. I'm thinking, man, I'm a fortunate man. I've got a brand new bow, never had a brand new bow before. I cannot wait to get out and hunt with it. Well, let me tell you what. My $347 Killer Instinct bow from Michael Waddell and the Bone Collectors harvested 8 deer for me this year. Michigan has a pretty liberal doe season, and doe tags were available, and I took advantage of it. I put 7 of those deer in the freezer and in jars, gave my kids some, I gave a buddy of mine one, and I couldn't have done it without that Killer Instinct Crossbow. And if any of you guys out there or ladies out there are looking to get into the crossbow realm of hunting, it's an awesome bow. I trust it. It fired great the first shot. It took me 3 adjustments on the scope, and I was dialed in at 25 yards. And it was perfect. I didn't lose one deer. I found every deer I shot, 8 deer. 2 of them I didn't even have to track. and they were all, the deer was dead on its feet before it stopped running, and you can't beat that. To put an animal like that down swiftly is the way that you should do it. And the fact that I did it with a $347 crossbow that Michael Waddell put out made that happen for me. And you should go check it out, do what you got to do, find out your own information. Granted, it's my first crossbow ever, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't need another one. So here at Hodgepodge Homestead, we like the Killer Instinct crossbow, and we think you should too. Have a good day.